All right, Shalom, Shalom, Kal Halal, La Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS, whom I learned this truth from, who do well, and salutations unto Yuakim and Aquathim that do take heed. All right, coming back once again to the spirit and might and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodash. Quick lesson. I'm going to start off with the scripture in Ecclesiastes 11, and I'll start at 10. And the main focus of this lesson is this reoccurring spirit that comes up, which is just part of the business of the Lord. It's just part of the game, so to speak. I'll put it that way, where you have men coming in, and like the apostles, they've been telling us, man, they learn 2-3 scriptures, and then they think they're on a level. Well, we know, according to matter of fact, let me get this. This is 1 Corinthians 8:1. It says, "Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge." Right? So when you come in this word, you get this knowledge quick, man. Because why? It says in the book of John, right, that the spirit is quickeneth, right, but the flesh is weak. So the Lord quickens this understanding in you. Right, especially now for you brothers waking up, you have a whole influx and flooding of this knowledge and understanding, right? So we understand that, right? But then this part, it says, "Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth." Right? Now charity doesn't just mean, right, helping brothers out monetarily. Charity means any kind of help. A brother's moving, you help him with your labor. The ultimate really charity is when it says charity edifieth. What does that mean? It means doing this work and breaking these scriptures down and giving you the raw milk, the raw truth, with these scriptures. All right, so you can be a big bad Israelite with all this knowledge, but you really ain't shit unless you're breaking down scriptures, or a brother asks you a question, you meekly reply him, man. You go above and beyond with precepts and just understanding, right? If you need to, right? Verse 2, "And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know." Right? So, again, guys that come in and they get this puffed up spirit, right, which we always say will happen, you gotta really quench that spirit, because if that spirit overtakes you, it's detrimental to you in this faith. Right? So going back to Sirach, it says, "My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent." And that's a guy that wants to be up in everyone's business. He wants to know what's going on. What is everybody up to? What is every matter? You don't need to know every matter. Not every man, not even the head, needs to know every matter. You have men under you, you have officers under you, and elders under you that are judges as well, and they judge matters. And if they feel they need to report to somebody higher, then that's what they do. Right? But you don't need to know everything, man. You already got enough headaches, man. You gotta just do what your office is, what your lot is, right? "And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. There is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind." Now this is funny, because we actually knew a guy that this scripture applied to. A few guys. They come in and they're quick learners, but then they burn out, man, because they sprint. This is an endurance marathon. This is not a sprint race. Right? And these guys come in and they burn out, man. They burn out like NASCAR, right? They burn out because, again, man, we're just flesh and blood, man. It tells you in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, "All is not in man. Therefore, the Son of Man is not immortal." So you can't you're not that one guy that does everything, as much as you want to think, man. You got to just be humble and meek and pray the Lord gives you wisdom and find out your lot, find out your office. What are your talents? And abide therein, right? And manifold it, or multifold it, whatever the word is, right? And again, man, these guys, they do so much, but there's so much the more behind, right? And again, this really comes from somebody that listens at camp, and they wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to start camp before us and come to our camp and listen. But I straight up told them, you're not ready. I straight up told the brother he's not ready, and it's nothing personal. If any man takes anything personal, that's your fault. That's not mine. That's not. I'm not here talking about fuck you and you're an idiot. And no, you gotta admonish, right? You gotta admonish in a proper manner. But I told the man that he's not ready. This is a different thing on the highways. The experience is different. The trials are different, man. You gotta really pass the trials first, and you gotta be confident in yourself, right? Verse 12 again. There is another that is slow and has need of help, unto ability and full of poverty. And right now, we know a brother like that, and he's all zealous as hell and diligent and on point. All right, and that's how you gotta be. But you might be, what do you call it, slow, right? Meaning you might have an infirmity, right? You might have ailment, a debilitating ailment or a disability. But the Lord looked upon you for favor, right? It says, and yet the eye of the Lord looked upon him for good and set him up from his lowest state. Brothers dealing with all kinds of infirmities, man. Sickle cell anemia, dementia, all right? Schizophrenia, diabetes, high blood pressure, all right? Verse 13, and lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw from him his peace over all it's cut off here, Salakia. Right? So again, man, you gotta pass some trials, because this word disciplines you, right? This word disciplines you, man. It's Ecclesiastes 4. And 15, whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations. The her is referring to the wisdom, right? And he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline. That's something we're not used to in the world. At least I wasn't used to that in the world. Discipline, right? And this wisdom of the Most High disciplines you, and it torments you, because you're not used to this, man. Like, just like you go to the Marines, the top men, you have what is it called, Hell Week? It's a shock to your body, man. Torment and discipline. Well, guess what? When you come out of that, you got a dangerous fucking product, man. You got a fortitude of a mind. Same thing with this word. It builds you. It destroys you and then builds you. Just like you build muscle. How do you build muscle? You can't build muscle without tearing it first. You feel that soreness a day or two after. That's a micro trauma to your muscle fibers. And then those that day after, or the 2 days after, right? You gotta give your body the proper nutrients. And what is it doing? It's building up the muscle, but it's building it more dense, more hard, and more bigger. That's how you get the muscle. You don't just build muscle, you break it down and then it builds harder. Right? So same thing with your mind. You gotta break it down. You gotta tear out. You gotta mortify your members. Right? You gotta dead the old man and build a new. Right? And torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Because again, these laws are new to us. Right? Though we once knew this. Right? Like the scripture says, though we once knew this. Alright? Again, verse 18. Then will she return the stray way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. And that proves that these scriptures are the comforter. Right? It's not no goddamn guy in Harlem calling himself the comforter, the damn discomforter. It's the comforter is these scriptures. And these scriptures do comfort you. Okay? Because these people in the world, they have no standard. They have no... they have nothing to go back upon. You know, they have nothing to secure them. They're just trying to pay off their mortgage, trying to get that next credit loan, trying to get their credit, a good credit score up to par. You know, they're just living in the system and in the pit, in the trap. But we want to seek the ways that please the Lord, because He makes our path straight, man. He gives us our prosperity and our security, right? But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. So you brothers, man, the point of this lesson is just because you think you're on a level, you're really not. When you think you're on a level, you're really not, man. I'm just going to tell you straight up. When you think you're at that level, you're really not. You know, coming from a martial arts background, when you think you're on the level, you're really not. And you will get found out, man, in a harsh manner. You go to spar a guy, you know, you're beating up all these low-level dudes, and then you spar with an intermediate or a high-level guy. Hey, I got my ass kicked. I'm not on that level yet, right? So, again, man, there's levels to this thing. Just stay humble in your lane, man. Okay? So again, I want to say, Kal halalim la Yahweh ba'ashem Yahushai ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. The belongings to the apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, who do rule well, and salutations unto you, Akim and Akwathim that do take heed. Until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom and hope you're edified. Shalom.